Hi, and welcome to Rainbow Unicorn Cat One channel. The holidays are approaching, and whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, or any other cultural holiday, you might be wondering if you should get a pre-loved doll for your little one. I have been buying pre-loved dolls for myself and my daughter for a few years now. Some retired dolls are so hard to find that they're pretty much impossible to find new in box. Somebody like Sonali goes for hundreds and hundreds of dollars out of box. Or sometimes you find a fabulous deal on Facebook Marketplace where a doll is only 20 or 30 bucks, and you might think, wow, I hit a jackpot. In this video, I'll tell you what 4 questions to ask before committing to buying pre-loved dolls so you won't get bitterly disappointed and waste your time and money. By the way, this Wednesday I will be posting a video on how to save on American Girl. There'll be a lot of helpful tips, where and how to buy them. And if this is something you might be interested in watching, I will definitely put a link to that video in the description box of this video once the other one is uploaded. And by the way, if you are interested in all American Girl related content but not yet subscribed to our channel, I definitely recommend doing so. And if you turn on the notification bell, YouTube will always let you know when we upload a new video. We post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but sometimes we post on other days as well. It's a lot of American Girl content. We post all the latest American Girl news, crafts, and unboxing. The most common places to buy pre-loved American Girl dolls are eBay, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, thrift stores, garage sales. There's an app called OfferUp where you can purchase something with shipping or for pickup. It's kind of similar to Facebook Marketplace. I've seen American Girl dolls there, and I've even seen them on Poshmark app, which was kind of surprising. Anyway, whenever you are committing to buying a doll before seeing it in real life, here are the 4 questions to ask. Question number 1, ask for nude photos of the doll. I know it kind of sounds weird. I know sellers, inexperienced sellers, get weirded out by this question, but you really want to ask for nude pictures of the dolls. Trust me on this one. There are potentially all kinds of issues with the doll's body that you won't be able to see if she's wearing clothes. There might be stains on the clothes part. There might be rips. There might be mold, water damage, all kinds of things, and you should be able to see it. You should be able to evaluate and see, well, I want to commit to fixing this kind of damage. Or you might say, it's not really worth my time. For me personally, I don't like to deal with stains on the clothes part, on the body of the dolls. Again, for me personally, it's easier to get rid of the stains on the limbs. But you might be able to get rid of the marks on the body if you're very experienced in that respect. If you see mold, don't buy the doll. If you see water damage, again, you'll have to ask the seller under what circumstances that damage occurred. If there are rips on the body part, you have 2 options. If you buy the doll for yourself and you're okay with having damage to the body part, that's one thing. But maybe your child doesn't mind if you can stitch the rips or if they're already stitched. Another option is to send the doll to American Girl Doll Hospital. Right now, it will cost you $50 to replace the entire body and limbs. So it might be worth it for you if you buy a rare doll for a really good price. For example, you get a Sonali or a Z Yang for, I don't know, $60, $70, and her body's a complete mess. There are stains and rips and holes in her body. Just send her to the doll hospital, pay extra $50, and you get a doll in excellent condition for $120. I think that's a pretty good deal for those 2 particular dolls. On the other hand, if it's a Truly Me and you get her for, I don't know, 30 bucks, right? Then you paying $50 extra, and overall you paying $80 for a pre-loved Truly Me, where you can wait till Amazon has their great sales and you can get an absolutely new doll for like $80, $90. American Girl has sales on 18-inch dolls as well. They're not as frequent, but Truly Me dolls are more often included in the sales, more often than character dolls anyway. So here's my input. Ask for nude photos if there is actual damage to the torso. Most likely you shouldn't buy it, unless it's a rare doll. Okay, question number 2 to ask before you commit to buying a pre-loved doll. Is your home a smoke-free home? And maybe for some people it won't be that big of an issue, but personally for me it is. We don't smoke in our home. I hate the smell of smoke. It's just not a good habit. By the way, slightly off topic, I just recently watched a documentary on Netflix called The Big Vape. If you haven't seen it and you have kids who are approaching teenage years, I strongly recommend watching that documentary. And if you have teens, you absolutely have to watch it. It was quite eye-opening because a lot of things, like if you personally don't vape, you don't know a lot of stuff about how this thing works. It turns out it can be so much worse than cigarettes. And if you are vaping yourself, definitely watch it. There was so much information that I had no idea about, even though I'm not interested in vaping, but I think that's a pretty new thing in our culture. But back to American Girl dolls. So you ask this question, is your home a smoking home? And the seller says, no, you're good. But what if they say yes? What if they say, we do smoke in the house? And here you have two options. There's absolutely a way to completely remove the cigarette smell from a doll. It's just a very, very long process. I've done it once, and it took me a really long time. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to make a video about how to remove the smell of cigarettes from an 18-inch doll. Or you can look it up on YouTube. I'm sure somebody else made a video already. You will have to take the doll apart. You will have to remove the stuffing from the body. You might have to detach the limbs from the body. It's just, takes a very long time and a lot of work. Let's move to the next question. Question number 3 to ask before committing to buying a pre-loved doll. Do her eyes work? And there might be many, many reasons why her eyes don't work. There might be some sticky substance that got in there, so they're stuck. They might be rusted, and in that case, you will have to replace the eyes. And right now, you can find replacement eyes for 18-inch dolls for around $13 if you don't really care about getting the exact American Girl brand eyes. I know some people find eye replacements scary. I've done it a few times. It's not as scary as you might think. It's easier in some molds than the others. Like Jess mold is notorious for being hard to replace the eyes. And let me know in the comments if you'd like to see an eye swapping video on our channel as well. So I'm not telling you not to buy a pre-loved doll if her eyes don't work, but I just want you to be aware that there might be extra expenses, extra work, or something you might not be willing to do on your own. And finally, question number 4 to ask before committing to buying a pre-loved doll is, was her hair cut? And sometimes the doll's hair looks great in the pictures that the seller has provided, but then she arrives to your house and you see a huge chunk of hair missing somewhere in the back or on the side. It's an unpleasant surprise, and I want you to be aware of it. I want the seller to let you know in advance that this thing happened. So you might plan accordingly. Maybe you want to change the haircut. Maybe you want to cut that hair yourself. Maybe you'd like to purchase a new wig for that doll, which again, they're not super expensive. You can buy an American Girl brand wig depending on the model for about $20, 20 to 30 on average. So that might be not a bad option, but if you weren't counting on spending that extra $20, $30, I just want you to be prepared. There are plenty of affordable options for 18-inch doll wigs. They're off-brand. There's some on Amazon, on eBay. Some are colorful, some are more realistically colored. And in my opinion, replacing a wig is an easier procedure than eye swapping. So these are 4 main questions that I personally usually ask sellers if that information isn't already provided. You can also ask to see the stamp on the back of the doll's neck. It should say American Girl or Pleasant Company depending on when the doll was made. But fake American Girl dolls are pretty rare, and I personally have never seen one for sale. I saw some people purchase them and show them, but I've never seen one available for sale actually on any of the selling platforms. You can always ask other questions, but I think these four are kind of basic questions that you always need to know the answers to. And don't forget to come back to our channel this Wednesday when I'll teach you all the tips and tricks on how to save an American Girl. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button. And if you enjoy all American Girl related content but not yet subscribed to our channel, I definitely recommend doing so. And if you turn on the notification bell, YouTube will always let you know when we upload a new video. We post all the latest American Girl news, crafts, and unboxing. We post every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but sometimes we post on other days as well. Thanks for watching and see you next time!